And then late night, Mickey Hart put together this collaboration of drummers that was absolutely insane. It was sort of like Planet Drum, if anyone's familiar with what he's done in the past. He does a lot of sound experimentation with all of his percussions, and it was out of this world. It was, I mean, it was so late. It started close to midnight, and it was packed, and everyone was jamming out. And Derek sat in. Derek was part of that. It was called, in Spanish, Mickey Hart's Noche de Undas, I think, and it means Mickey's Miracles, I think. But Derek was sitting in a chair with his guitar the whole time, so he played the whole set. Isaac was on bass for this. There's a, I don't know, yeah, there's a connection there between Mickey Hart's family and Isaac. He's connected with Mickey's daughter, Rhea. So Rhea was also side stage with Susan, and it was fun to watch them. But they were, the drumming was out of this world. It was amazing. And then Derek was smiling the whole entire time. He looked like he was having a blast. It was so different. It was like, world music. There was very little vocals. There was vocal sounds, but not lyrics. And it was just super cool.
I gotta find all this stuff online, and like I gotta and listen, dig in on it. Like, especially,
it was special. It was so different, and it was absolutely amazing. I love it.
I'm really going through personally, seeking more world music and jazz music more, and I always been into it, but like I'm really diving into it now. It's been like good for me, just as far as like relaxation and studying and just like getting into work mode, because sometimes when I like play music with lyrics, it can be distracting, or other genres can be distracting, or sometimes too sleepy even. Like I love classical music, but that's not the same as like some of this other stuff that's more uplifting, but not distracting. It's like keeps you focused. But yeah, I don't know.
It was mesmerizing. It was like meditative, right, but it wasn't mellow. It was way crazy high energy. Like I said, I mean, in the Grateful Dead shows, for those of you not familiar, they do a whole segment of drum space. So they do this whole drum, I don't know if you even call it a drum solo, but it's a whole drum section, percussion section, for like 15 to 20 minutes of a show. And everyone just like, zones out, and some people go to the bathroom, but I'm never one of those people. I love the drums. And it's just like this, it was this extended drum extravaganza, and it was absolutely amazing. It was so good.
Yeah, that's what I talk about a lot with TTB, because obviously there's a stereotype, like you mentioned, about like, oh, it's the drum solo, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Yeah. But when you add additional percussionists in there, it becomes more, maybe you could speak to this experience this night, like it becomes more, to me, especially obviously TTB, and Allman Brothers too, of course, it becomes more of a rhythmic conversation between the drummers and the musicians. Yeah. It's more engaging.
You know what? I wish I had it in front of me. Yeah. So the drummers that Mickey had are like super special, very well-known, drummers from around the world. I don't know their names off the top of my head. I wish I did. But yeah, so it's not, I mean, I guess it depends how you perceive it, but it's not exactly like soothing, calming music. It's more just like takes you completely away. At least me. And I absolutely love it. I could listen to it all day, and it would probably cure a lot of my angst or anxiety disorders or whatever. Like it just dance it out. And it's
you laugh and speak in generalizations, but I think there's a lot to this. It's what's bringing us all here into this music, the spiritual quality of it, and the healing quality, and the medicinal aspect of music and sound and vibration. There's a lot that certainly I don't understand about this universe.
Yeah.
But I'm going, you go with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, You'll have to tell me like how to edit myself because I could talk about this for like
Yeah,
10
no, we're
hours,
good.
like the whole
Well, we're about 20 minutes in, and we're about one.
Okay.
What are we about a quarter? Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Okay.
We're good. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we'll
I
get
know
to Susan and Derek and all of that more. I also kind of want to know a little bit, and we could get to this later, but I do want to know a little about your musical background, like kind of like what you grew up listening to. Do you sing, play instruments, and how did you discover TTB? Those are my stock
Okay.
questions for especially
All
first
right.
time
Well,
guests.
I can answer those pretty quickly. So
Sure.
I've been like a lifelong Deadhead. I went to college in upstate New York in Ithaca. I went to Ithaca College, and I discovered the Grateful Dead there and other things that led me to the Grateful Dead. Which I don't know if I should talk about on
Fair
air.
enough.
But
I think it's all understood, to be honest with you.
yeah. So so once I discovered the Grateful Dead, I just would like take some vacations from school and go to, Northeast tour while I was up there, or summer tour, do like whole tours and stuff. So the Grateful Dead were a huge part of my life always. And anyone that I talk to about my musical background, this is the best way I can explain it. My brain is split into two parts, half Grateful Dead and half Allman Brothers Band.